I recently saw an interesting survey on the internet that an overwhelming majority polled that the best duration to visit Japan is 8 to 14 days. Scouring for more answers, I've also discovered that most other travel sites and their experts have stated the best duration to travel Japan is about 10 to 14 days as well. And personally, I have many friends who traveled to Japan for about 14 days this past holiday. So naturally, this question came to mind. I know Tokyo is the most popular and the most visited city in the whole of Japan, but over 10 days in Tokyo would be just too long, isn't it? Come on, let's be real. So where else can I go besides Tokyo? Preferably nearby, and let's just say for a day trip or two. Where can I go? No. It is not Osaka. Come on, it obviously has to be somewhere different, somewhere that we have not featured before. And this particular place has been labelled by Japanese as one of the best summer resort city in the whole of Japan. And this city is Karuizawa. This is something I did not expect. The snow is getting heavier. Look at that. Look at that. This looks like a scene from Silent Hill. Just that it's daytime. Yes, no unforced error here. Just an hour from Tokyo, Karuizawa is the place to be for a summer getaway. With jaw-dropping views, a super chill vibe, and perfect weather, it has been the go-to summer retreat as early as 1886. But hold up, here's the kicker. Karuizawa is fast becoming just as popular in the winter. And since we are all about the food life, we are about to check out some of the best spots to eat in Karuizawa and find out what makes them totally mouth-watering. Plus, we're gonna dig into why Karuizawa is quickly becoming the winter escape everyone's talking about. I know on the Oishi apron, you might think that most of our videos are about Japanese food, and that is true. After all, we are a Japanese food channel. But once in a while, we'd like to show you guys something different, something special. Because here in Karuizawa, what I heard from many reviews is this particular place served up the best burger in the world. And that would mean that, this burger here is the best in Karuizawa. I present to you Kazubondo. Wow, just magnificent. Ooh, fabulous. Look at that. Look at what the chef is doing right now. Look at how he prepares the burger. Look at the pro, the elite burger-san. Kazubon is a one-of-a-kind burger spot in Karuizawa, run by Mr. Kazuma, a former chef at Hojino Resorts. What makes this place stand out is that they use firewood from oak trees, sourced in Nagano Prefecture. The firewood gives the meat a nice smoky flavor, with the center of the wood working like charcoal. Oak is a rare and highly sought-after material, known for its strength, water resistance, and other cool properties, which makes it perfect for everything including furnitures to sake barrels. The oak tree's unique tiger stripe pattern in its grains also adds allure, vibe, and grandeur to the entire dining experience. Kazubon is all about quality and authenticity, which is why they have an open kitchen, letting customers watch their food being prepared conscientiously right in front of them. I gotta say, super spanking delicious! The firewood smoke and grill tastes are most apparent and authentic in the patty. What a patty! The meat was expertly cooked to the right texture. Grilled crispy on the outside, max juicy succulent on the inside. Seriously, that patty right there was cooked to perfection. And I definitely need to rave about the supporting cast. Those Nagano lettuces and tomatoes, probably some of the best I've eaten in my life. Super crunchy, refreshing, and man, those tomatoes really adds a different layer of sweetness. And to wrap everything up, those buns were top notch, man. Simply staggering how much detail went into the preparation and cooking to deliver the ultimate burger experience. Fun fact, Mr. Kazuma decided to focus on burgers because of the big M. Yep, McDonald's. He thought McDonald's burgers were super popular with people of all ages, and the fact that Karuizawa didn't have any burger specialty spots made it an easy choice. And it turned out to be a great one, as Kazubon's burgers have become a huge hit with both locals and tourists. In our chat with Mr. Kazuma, he also mentioned he's thinking about shifting his focus to seafood in the future. In the evenings, Kazubon transforms into a full-on a la carte restaurant, offering a variety of dishes beyond its signature burgers, but still keeping those signature smoky flavors that have made it a favorite among everyone in Karuizawa. What a pleasant and delicious burger! We had a chat with the chef just before we left, Kazuma-san. I found out something really surprising. Just now I was telling y'all how authentic and original the burger is, a lot of dedication. What he told me was something I really did not expect, really surprising. The firewood, right? The firewood that is used to cook the burger is actually prepared by Kazuma-san himself. He actually go and chop the firewood down into pieces with the chainsaw, and thereafter, according to him, it takes roughly about 1 year to dry the firewood. Talk about dedication, everyone. This is dedication. It's no wonder why the burger tastes so delicious and so yummy. All the effort, right? All the effort. Our second must-eat Karuizawa delight, an iconic Japanese food with an interesting history that not many know. Meat lovers, let's go for season 2. Hokkaido, we have uni yukura don. Aichi, we have unagi hitsuma bushi don. Miyagi, we have gyutan don. Every prefecture in Japan has their own special don. And likewise for Nagano, we have sauce katsu don. My goodness. Woohoo! Look at my katsu here. Oishii! Look at the succulent meat right there. Woohoo! You may be familiar with how katsudon would look. Something like this. That's how they're usually being sold. But sauce katsudon is completely different. In fact, sauce katsudon is quite literally the genesis of all katsudon pork cutlet bowl in Japan. Yep, you heard that right. Now, there are a couple of accounts regarding who created the first katsudon in Japan, but what is for sure, the very first type of katsudon that was served in Japan is sauce katsudon. Sauce katsudon, sauce katsudon, sauce katsudon. 6 times I mentioned the term so far, but what exactly is sauce katsudon? Now 7. In a regular katsudon set, what one may usually see in the bowl would be simply a rice, egg, and pork cutlet, plus perhaps some chopped cabbage at the side. With sauce katsudon, it gets more simple than that. You have just the rice and pork cutlet, add a little sauce on the top, and that's it. Yep. So unique. The sauce has a interesting tangy take to it. Feels kind of fruity. I wonder if some sort of a fruit type of vegetables are involved, like tomatoes. And interestingly enough, it's quite thick. It's not like a soy sauce that kind of light, but this is quite thick. There is depth to it. A large part of what makes sauce katsudon so delicious and stand out besides the pork cutlet is the sauce. And that's why we're here at Meijite, especially this particular place, to eat sauce katsudon. Context time. Meijite is an extremely popular restaurant chain in Nagano Prefecture. Known for serving up many different variety of delicious food using Nagano's very own produce, you'll be spoiled for food choices here at Meijite. And among many different choices, Meijite is most well known for their sauce katsudon, and that's because of their legendary sauce that's on those juicy pork cutlet. That sauce is so yummy that it propelled Meijite into mainstream success, from winning katsudon awards to TV show reviews to actually even being able to sell the sauce on its own are validations of how delicious the sauce is. But why exactly it is so yummy that caused people to lose their minds over it? First, the sauce is made of local ingredients from Komagane, Nagano, and Nagano is extremely famous for vegetables and fruits, such as lettuces, tomatoes, apples, among many others. It is no wonder why such a top quality sauce could be made. In fact, Meijite is the only restaurant in the local area of Komagane that makes its own sauce for the sauce katsudon dish. Second, the sauce is left to brew for a long time to bring out its maximum flavor. And finally, over the years, Meijite's candor to customers' feedback allowed them to make this ultimate sauce. It is no wonder the CEO of Meijite was even quoted with confidence that their sauce is one that once you try, you will never forget its taste. And before I forget, one more cool thing before we end off. For Meijite's sauce katsudon, instead of having the fresh cabbage as a side dish, a layer of fresh cabbage is placed above the rice and just underneath the crispy, juicy, saucy pork cutlet, adding a touch of refreshing crunchy feel to the overall package. And the meat-wise, juicy and succulent as expected from any katsu. Oh, it's freezing this morning. Currently around about -3 degrees, as you can see, partial snowing. And let's begin this morning with breakfast. And we are very near, I would say, this particular place, probably the most popular bakery in the whole of Karuizawa. Oh, what a beautiful morning, isn't it? Look at the snow. Everywhere is snowing. Winter wonderland, guys. This particular bakery, the name of it is called Sawamura. Look at this. Oh, what a sumptuous breakfast on my plate this morning here. Woo! Wonderful. Now, Sawamura is a top-class bakery over here in Karuizawa. They use 30 over different kinds of wheat from overseas and Japan to make their unique bread. And not just that, they use 100% sugar from sugarcane in Okinawa. Things like, tightly controlled temperature for the dough, the water they use from Karuizawa, so on and so forth. A lot of expertise involved to create, their bread and all those wonderful baking creations. Which is why I guess Sawamura became very popular here in Karuizawa. And I remember one more thing. In Sawamura, they actually use 4 different kinds of homemade yeast. Oh, with so much expertise right here. It's no wonder they become so popular here in Karuizawa. A good morning coffee. Okay, for our bread here, the main actors for today's show, I have over here, this is their chocolate dinagon, a shocking S-shaped bread. This is their #1 top seller. Apparently, what's inside is actually chocolate chip and red bean. Oh, what a creation, man. I mean, just from the appearance, right? And then afterwards on the inside, I wonder if the taste would be just as unique as the shape. Itadakimasu. Oh. I don't know if you can hear, but a very crispy exterior. One more time. Oishi Apron ASMR. I'm really shocked. The chocolate chips could mix so well with the red bean. And then the bread, the crispy bread, provides a very good base over a very... it's like eating a red bean candy. But it's very oishi. I mean, the dough is not too hard, surprisingly, even though with the extremely crispy exterior. But once you're inside, it's soft, fluffy, chewy, with the red bean and the chocolate. I'm really shocked how perfect the chocolate chip is able to go with the red bean here. My first time trying such a combination. With exquisite skills of the baking artisans who pay close attention to the temperature and humidity of the dough, as well as the hardness of the water. These are the things that characterizes bread and pastry from Sawamura. Next up, we have something special, because apparently you can only get this particular bread in this outlet of Sawamura Bakery. This is the Shinshu Nozawana bread. I have eaten nozawana before, but I did not know that nozawana is actually a famous winter vegetable here in Nagano. Looking at this right now, I'm really curious how it tastes. It's gonna be like a savory kind of thing. Looks very fluffy. Look at that. Look at that. Right, looks very fluffy, isn't it? On top, it seems like it's cheese. Yeah. What an experience, man. Tasting nozawana, it gives off that kind of a savory kind of experience. And then afterwards, the bread, the fluffiness, the sweetness. And then to top it off, the cheese. I'm very surprised, talking about the chocolate dinagon where we tasted the chocolate chip together with red bean. What an unlikely combination. Likewise over here, cheese and nozawana. The cheese saltiness is actually different from the Nozawa. So in the end, you get different facets of saltiness in this package here. Oh, very delicious. It tastes like a bun, you know? It really tastes like a bun. Oh, like a pao, you know, a pao. This is what it is. Did you know that Nagano is famous for grapes as well? Your purple grapes, your shine muscato, so and so forth. And this actually also means one thing. If you're good for grapes, you're famous for grapes, it also means that you have great wine. Now, this particular bread, the third one, oh, this one is special, guys. This one is special. Because this particular bread right here is bread made with red wine. And not just any red wine, but Nagano's red wine, Shinshu's red wine. From what I can see right here, I can see dried fruits like dried figs, dried orange, and even dried cranberries. Yeah, you could see, man. Look at that. The dried cranberries here, right? The dried figs, so and so forth. Nuts-wise, 4 different kinds. Yeah, I identified pistachio, hazelnut as well, cashew nuts, yeah, and lastly, macadamia. Yeah, 4 different nuts I can see. Oh, it's gonna be wonderful, man. Are you ready? Itadakimasu. Let's go home, guys. This is just too yummy! I personally is a fan of fruit cake, fruit loaf. Oh, this is the best fruit loaf I've eaten in my entire life. Ooh, yummy! Just perfect, you know, just perfect. The taste is just magnificent. It's so hard to explain because, oh, at one moment I can taste the red wine. And the red wine has been cured, so there is no alcohol content in this particular bread. But the red wine taste is so, you know, apparent in this particular bread. And then mixed with all the other ingredients, the nut especially. Oh my goodness, when I bite upon the hazelnut, ooh, it just feels like a dessert bread, guys. Just feel like a dessert bread. Just wonderful, man. Just wonderful. Real talk here, guys. Real talk. I wish I can eat this bread every day, but I can't. And that's not because I don't live in Karuizawa, but rather the price. You want to guess how expensive this particular bread is? Look at this tray here. Slightly shorter than this length of the tray, roughly around about 20 plus cm, 25 cm long. You want to guess how much this particular fruit bread costs? Get ready to be mind blown. This length around about 20-25 cm, it cost 4,000 yen. Oh my goodness. You heard that right. 4,000 yen just for one loaf of it. I mean, when we talk about great food, you definitely don't mind paying the price once in a while. Oh, just mind blown, you know. But it's all worth it, I guess. It's all worth it. Real talk. Anyone want to sponsor me? Just kidding. As to whether you need to rent a car for Karuizawa, I guess that's debatable. And that's because most of the attractions are easily accessible by bus. And if you intend to go further out, which is where we're going right now, then getting a car becomes important. I guess one more other reason to get a car, especially during winter time, and that is to keep warm. Yep, pretty ironic if you ask me. And that's because it's really cold out there. You want something to keep warm, the best place, honestly, is the car. Or you don't have to brave the weather as you go point to point. This is snowing and we on our way. Oh, look at that. What a brilliant day for winter. This is where renting a car becomes important. Because in Japan, honestly speaking, if you like to travel to, the secluded parts to see the sceneries and all those, without a car, it's actually very difficult. But in Karuizawa, buses actually go to these places. Just that in winter time, the weather condition is pretty adverse. As you saw earlier, it was snowing, the weather becomes adverse, becomes very, very cold. This is where the car becomes important, because inside the car, you get to experience the winter wonderland in the warm, comfy car. Alright, so definitely something to consider. Okay, now in the next place where we're going to eat, this particular place is famous. And that's because in 2021 and 2024, this particular place has been voted the top 100 soba stores in the east of Japan by Tabelog. And we are on our way right now over there to try this totally delicious soba. The shop name is called Kawaka Miyan. This is it, everyone. The vaunted soba noodles is here. Okay, let me try how it tastes. Just without the sauce first. Oh, look at the buckwheat here. Oh my goodness. Just fantastic. Itadakimasu. Oh, I just became one with nature all of a sudden. For one moment, Ishukan. The taste of the buckwheat. Oh, even though really, really very thin noodles, but I can feel the depth of it, the mochiness of it. Just perfect, man. Oh my goodness. Because sometimes this kind of soba noodles, those regular ones, it tastes pretty floury. But no, this one here, I can taste the buckwheat, the depth and the structure of the noodles. Mochi. Now I'm just going to test with the regular soy sauce first. Oh my goodness, with the soy sauce. Oh, the soy sauce is so impactful. And there's a reason for that. Look at the menu right here. Look at what they state for the soy sauce. Soba and soy sauce is an elite combination in all of Japanese food. Oh, it's like a match made in heaven. And then now you consider world-class soy sauce. What the unmatchable taste. Ooh. The soy sauce just goes down with the soba so clearly, and thereafter the taste just disappears, all waiting for you to take the next bite with the soy sauce once again. Subarashi ne, subarashi. Next up, we're gonna have some walnut soba. Yep, heard that right. Having the perfect climate for growing walnuts allow Nagano Prefecture to be the #1 producer of walnuts in Japan. And with that, the birth of walnut soba. With the walnut dipping sauce, super different dynamics here, but one thing still remains the same. The moment I chew the soba with the walnut dipping sauce, it goes down my throat. The taste of the walnut just mysteriously just disappears. The nuttiness doesn't linger in my mouth at all. Oh, and this is perfect because soba is all about clarity. For you to eat down fast, to really slurp down the whole soba noodles quickly, the flavor really cannot linger in your mouth. Rather, your mouth is waiting for the next time the flavor comes in once again. Oh, just exquisite, right? Just exquisite. As to why the epic walnut soba, especially the soba noodles served at Kawaka Miyan, are so delicious, I guess this next fun fact will give us a clue. Did you know that in 2023, Nagano Prefecture was ranked first in having the tastiest water in Japan? And that's because Nagano has about 80% of its land area being mountainous, being home to famous mountains including the Japanese Alps, the Yatsugatake and Kirigamine mountains. Nagano Prefecture is also known as the roof of Japan. And this lends way into why the water in Nagano is so tasty, because essentially those mountains will act as filter to the rainwater that falls over a long period of time, resulting in very delicious water. In addition, Nagano, being almost dead center in Honshu, is an area with volcanic geology. Hence, there is a large amount of underground infiltration, and when large river waters flow through, the water gets purified further. And since water is an essential component of soba noodles making, it's no wonder the soba noodles here at Kawakan Mian taste so delicious. But our affinity with soba doesn't end with Kawakan Mian, and that's because the city of Karuizawa is the birthplace of Eki soba. Yes, you know those soba noodle stores you see at the train and subway stations of Japan? Yep, Karuizawa Station is where it all began. In the past, during the Meiji era, before modern railways developed, it takes a lot of energy, effort and time for a train from Tokyo to travel to Karuizawa, as the train had crossed the Usui Pass, which contains Japan's steepest slope. And given Karuizawa's cold weather, especially during winter, it is said that the passengers and crew members ate soba to warm themselves, while they waited for the trains to couple at Karuizawa Station. And from this, the concept of Eki soba was born. I realized this is the first time I eat tempura soba, where I actually finish the tempura faster than the soba. And that's because the soba is just too delicious, everyone. Just too delicious. What I noticed is car parks, since we're talking about renting a car and all that. If you drive a car, don't be in a hurry to look for a car park because there are actually many car parks around. But some car parks you have to pay. Right, those closer to the destination ones, those you have to pay. But if you're not in a rush and if you're not greedy about that, if you just look around you very nearby, there is probably a free version of the car park. Yep, so take note of that, take note of that. You're probably wondering, after all, Karuizawa is a summer resort area, summer resort city. What's the benefit of coming during winter time? Well, one for sure is if you like snowboarding and you like to do ice sports and all that ice activities, yep, this is the perfect place to go. Number two, and that is if you don't like the crowd. My goodness, during winter time, literally the crowd size cut by more than half. It's a lot more empty. You get to enjoy Karuizawa better in my opinion. Summertime, especially autumn time, oh man, it's just bustling, packed and all that. So these are points to take note. Have a look at this. The car was used for 1 day, about 3 liters of petrol, 699 yen. Very cheap. Hi. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. That's the way to go. Car. Finally, to end off our Karuizawa food trail, if you're looking for something very delicious and maybe even premium traditional Japanese set meals at awesome prices, then look no further than Suju Masayuki. Fabulous. Itadakimasu. Oh, yeah, it's different. And when I eat the rice, it's very wholesome, it's very full, this particular grain here. Very rich. The thing with Japanese rice, it kind of like fill your stomach. You tend to eat fast. You don't really pay much attention to the taste. But this one, no. The rice actually has a extra bit of something, the kind of X factor here we are talking about. Very delicious. Something that really caught me off guard was rice at Suju is especially aromatic and delicious. And that's because according to Suju, rice that are served at all Suju restaurants are all cooked in special copper rice kettles. And cooking rice in them, those special copper rice kettles are said to be able to boost the rice aroma. Suju Masayuki is famous for their miso. On my hand right now is the miso soup. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. I tell you what, if I have no other dishes, just the rice and miso soup, I'm contented. That's how delicious this miso is. Ooh! Guys, this is so far and distinct above almost any miso soup I've drank before. Oh, it's just delicious. So depthful, the feeling of the miso. Oh. The iconic saltiness of the miso, but it doesn't linger. Oh, it disappears slowly into your mouth, and it leaves a very kind of a sweet miso sweet kind of aroma. Just, fabulous, right? Just delicious, just extremely delicious here, this miso. Suju's history stretches all the way back to 1827 as a miso storehouse which focused on delivering miso and soy sauce. Building upon that genesis, fast forward today, Suju becomes something like a miso and soy sauce specialist, using the expertise to whip up some amazing Japanese food. I myself have eaten quite a bit of miso, and I've eaten premium miso before. And usually for premium miso, the flavor is pretty intense. It's like wine, it's like wine, right? Good wine, or the body of the wine just engulfs your mouth. Likewise for this as well, it's pretty good. Opened in 2005, Suju Masayuki's outlet in Karuizawa focuses on traditional Japanese food. Upon hearing this, you're probably wondering, outlet? You mean there's more? Yep, there's more. In fact, there's several Suju Masayuki restaurants in Japan and even 2 in Singapore. One more factor why Suju is in our list, and that's because, especially in Japan, if you're gonna eat dinner out in a restaurant and all that, it is actually pretty expensive. And most restaurants during lunchtime have a special lunch set of the dinner menu. And those are actually significantly cheaper. What I'm having here, look at this. Have a look at this here. These are actually their dinner a la carte menu items here. Individually itself, most of them cost at least 1,800 yen, just individual. Some more, some less, but all around about 1,800 to 2,000 plus yen. But for a lunch set, they actually combine the dinner set a la carte menu, and you get your rice and their famous miso and all of this for the price of around just 1,800, 1,600, just for the price of the a la carte dinner menu. Oh, just fabulous, very, very... a steal, if you ask me, a steal. To spend dinner menu item and you get so much more for the same price during lunchtime. Fabulous. That is why it is in our list. Over here, I have mackerel and shinshu miso. Oof. Look at the mackerel meat here. Subarashi ne. Oh my goodness. Superbly fresh. I can't wait to eat this. Itadakimasu. Let's go home. Let's go home. It's too delicious, everyone. Oh, the natural mackerel sweetness, and thereafter paired together with the natural saltiness from the miso. Oh, what a combination here. The flavor is actually very deep. Ooh. And now I'm gonna pair it with the fabulous rice. It's over. It's over. Now to wrap up the mackerel, oh, the serving portion is unbelievable. 4 huge pieces of mackerel for your lunch set. Just wonderful. And come to think of it, usually for a normal mackerel that you can buy in a convenience store, or even those canned mackerel, those kind of mackerel, after eating a while, the meat is pretty dry, right? Pretty salty and dry. But over here, this mackerel, oh, so succulent and sweet. Every ounce of the mackerel oil, the fish oil, oh, can be extracted from your mouth, and oh, the sweetness is just fabulous. Not one hint of dryness whatsoever. That's how good the mackerel is. Okay, now next, our shogayaki, which is your grilled pork with ginger. Grilled pork with ginger. Once again, this looks really delicious. All ingredients, right? Even to the ginger comes from Nagano. Look at this. Look at the grilled pork here. Woo-hoo-hoo. Grilled to perfection. Can taste the semi-burnt taste right at the top. Ooh, grilled perfectly. And inside the meat is still juicy, not dry whatsoever, the pork. Now, one thing that really surprised me is actually the ginger. And especially a dish like shogayaki, where the ginger plays an important role. People tend not to put too much if they don't really like ginger. But over here, look at this. The amount of ginger is, just sparingly just given all of that. And that's because there is a reason for it. Let me put some radish on, daikon on. Now, there is a reason for it. This particular ginger right here, the taste, oh, this is the first time I taste a very interesting sweet ginger that I can keep eating. I'm not afraid of the taste one bit. Notice I'm not flinching at all by the taste of the ginger. That's how good, how sweet the ginger go together with the pork. Now, talking about shogayaki, the last time we had shogayaki was in our Japanese Salaryman Challenge, where I created a 1-week meal plan. The very first meal for Monday for lunch was actually shogayaki. That bento, unbelievable price, 380 yen. Oh my goodness, you can't find such prices, man, especially in Tokyo. Took the team and I a while to find it, and finally we found something that's under 500 yen. No words can describe the bliss I'm experiencing right now. Good Japanese food, guys. This is just great.
That's it for our Karuizawa top food recommendation video. But that's not all. Stay tuned for the next one, where we take on Karuizawa street food.